Good Friday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas on this August 29th. Thank you for joining us on our all streaming. I want to shout out a few folks. Good morning to you, Jeff, Casey, Stephanie, Marvin, Leslie. Appreciate you tuning in here bright and early. And we're here each weekday. Hey, we're going to be here on Labor Day. And just to let you know, we'll be on bright and early at 4:30. Maybe you're off that day, but you're going through your morning routine. Or maybe you're just on your first break at work. Let's fast forward into the Friday football forecast. Some big games out there. Max Parker, Aaron Hancock, and the team will have all the highlights for you. And look at this at kickoff, 78 degrees. So no holding out there today, but pretty decent. Now, it's not going to mature into a hot chocolate warning or a watch, but decent weather. 1 year ago, we had some heat advisories at football season. We had a record high 1 year ago, which we'll cover in a moment. But it looks pretty good for the games today. And winds generally will be out of the northeast. Maybe a challenge if you're fielding punts, kickoffs, because some of the fields could have 10, 15 mile an hour winds. Now, here's the heat index has not been a factor since I'm going to take this full since the 19th of August. It's going to match the temperature. This is pretty, in fact, the highest heat index generally would be today, considering the 3-day weekend. I think we'll even have lower humidity as we go through tomorrow. I've had some questions on this rain and storm chances out over the next week. Now, we're going to have some opportunities as we go Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We'll, as they say, have a few bites at the apple because we're more than 2 inches below average for August. We've only had 3/4 of an inch there in the rain gauge. All right, let's cover the almanac page. We're headed for a high of 85. There it is. 1 year ago, we had a record high, 101. 43 for a record high in 1986. I'm going to give you a little perspective behind that. And Arden Gregory will have more coming up at 14 News at noon. But 1 year ago, the last 9 days were above 90, kind of the reverse of what we're seeing this year. And we talk about record highs and lows, record rainfall. Here's one that's going to be sticking around because on this date in 1986, temperatures cascaded into the lower 40s, 43. So that maybe there were some hat and gloves around on that morning back in 1986. August scorecard had 84 yesterday and 98. And there's a case to be made. Generally, we talk that we may not be up above 90 or well above that for the end of the year. We could see pattern changes in September and have some 90s going late in the month. But through about September 15th, we're going to be trending below average, which I'll get to in a moment. Let's run down some temps right now out of the airport. We're at 68. We bottomed out at 58, so we're up 10. 64 Owensboro, everybody in the 60s right now. Our average high, low is at 65. And the dew point's up, but reasonable at 58. And here's what we've been talking about as far as our pattern. It's going to continue, and I think I've loaded up the 14-day outlooks. We're trending below average overall. This takes us out to the 8th of September. So the areas there in blue, it's not a pinned-in forecast. It's an outlook. So sometimes they can fluctuate. And then let's go out up till the 12th. Out west, it's going to be hot. And then we're going to be below normal here across our area up to the 12th. Rainfall, now it's been dry here, and we're going to have some chances next week. But as we go up through the 8 and 14-day outlooks, we're trending drier than average during that time frame. Abnormally dry, you guys know the drill. Some burn bans are going to be coming here in the next few weeks if we don't get a payoff on Tuesday and Wednesday with some precipitation. We'll go to the latest guidance as we go forward into the afternoon. We talked on 14 News Sunrise. We're looking at clouds and a chance of rain. Some spotty showers as we go into the afternoon during that time frame. So as we go through the afternoon, we're looking at, I put in a 10% chance of a passing shower there. As we go through tonight and then into Saturday, relatively quiet. The dew points will even be lower on Saturday in the low to mid 50s. As we go through that stretch. And then it looks pretty good on Sunday. This takes us through Saturday night. Winds will be out of the northeast. Sunday, a cloud deck if you're out in the morning, whatever you're doing, out at services, and then mostly sunny Sunday afternoon. And then we'll go along We'll throw the long ball here since it's speaking the vernacular of football season. Look, we got some girls and boys cross country meets going on later today, so lots of stuff going outdoors. So on Labor Day, a chance of showers developing late. And then next Tuesday and Wednesday, we might add some possible alert time as we go into Wednesday. We'll see how it plays out because we're going to have a front that's going to cycle on through. And we're going to have some breezy days, perhaps next Wednesday and into Thursday. I haven't looked at all the long-range outlooks, but here is the 7-day forecast. I haven't fielded a lot of complaints. We'll take this full. And we'll have Mitch up in a moment as we take a look. And Casey, 83 for your Saturday, 83 Sunday. Look at Labor Day at 84. These are not misprints. Tuesday, 75. 81 next Wednesday with those chances for showers and storms. And a 75 on Thursday. Now, on behalf of everyone here at 14 WFIE, have a safe, great Labor Day weekend. Hey, if you're visiting us, you're already a genius. You found us. You're visiting from afar. We do appreciate that. And we'll talk to you soon.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of our stream show. I'm Mitch Carter.
And I'm Casey Mason. Happy Friday, August 29th. Of course, we are all gearing up for our holiday weekend here at 14 News. It's going to be a pretty one out there.
Absolutely. Of course, we've got some good news here across most of the U.S. Gas prices as low as we've seen here in a long time. According to Gas Buddy, the average is $3.15 a gallon. We're going to pull something up here. Maybe
We're
not.
not. I think I loaded the wrong video or somebody changed it on me. So you know what? You get to see our beautiful faces during this segment. I can try to fix it while you read the story at least.
No worries. So, hey, the $3.50. I don't think so.
I think it's Byron's fault. Here they are, but you know what? We're going to pull them back in.
The $3.15 is actually 14 cents cheaper per gallon than this time last year, but cheaper prices at the pump also mean more folks hitting the road. There it is. Officials say this is the busiest travel season they've seen in the last 15 years. So a lot of people out there.
Of course, busy because those gas prices are so dang good. And of course, now I got the right video now. Look at me go, Mitch Carter. Somebody came in here and changed it. It was not my fault. I'm going to blame someone else.
Certainly.
We're back on track, though. Hey, this is what you get with live streaming shows here. So we're talking about our holiday plans this weekend. Here's one we wanted to let you guys know about. So this is a really cool one here. I thought I'd pull this from our morning show. We talked about it. It's happening today in Madisonville. It's called the Madisonville Illuminated event, and it's making its return to Mar Park. So they've done this before. It's going to start tonight at 4 o'clock. There's going to be food trucks, plenty of family activities. And then kicking off at 5 o'clock, they're going to have a tethered balloon ride that's going to begin, which I'm curious, do you know what that is exactly?
I'm assuming you get to go up in like a hot air balloon, but you don't actually leave.
Yeah,
like
that's
you're on a rope, I
exactly.
presume.
I think that's
But
exactly right. That's what I pictured at least.
take your
So
word for it.
hey, we'll find out. And those are going to continue until 9:30 tonight. So you'll kind of get to do that at sunset into the nighttime hours there. And then at 7 o'clock, that's when officials say that the balloon glow is going to get underway. Now, if you come out, you are encouraged though to go ahead and bring some lawn chairs, a picnic blanket, and just enjoy your night. I have been to Mar Park many times. My in-laws are from Madisonville. I also have some family there as well. And it is such a amazing park. If you've not been, I highly recommend.
Absolutely. And, speaking of making your weekend plans in the tri-state, the latest episode of our newest podcast is out now. Maybe you're going to be driving around or just a big-time listener here. What's the Trend, featuring digital content producer Aaron Weeks and, of course, Casey. Casey, talk to people out there.
Yeah, that's right.
What goes
So
on?
we love to humbly plug our show here during Mitch and I's portion of the streaming news. So we chat about local trending topics. So kind of in line with us telling you about some things going on this weekend here during our stream, this podcast does that as well. We're talking local events. And then, of course, we cover all things that are also trending in entertainment. So entertainment here in the tri-state, events. And then we also talk about things that have just happened in pop culture. And, of course, movies, music. We even get into sports a little bit.
Dabble.
And, of course, the biggest. What do you think was the biggest news in pop culture this week?
Oh, I shudder to think. No, I mean, obviously, there's one very clear answer
Make you
there.
say it.
It's, of course, Taylor Swift and Travis
There
Kelce
you
engagement,
go.
obviously.
There you go. And that is exactly what Aaron and I talk about. Here's a little preview for you guys. Travis Kelce, of course, football player extraordinaire, Go Sports.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Sure.
Did I get that right?
Here we go. You
Yes.
did it. Obviously popped the question to Taylor. We don't know a lot, but with Taylor, there, of course, is going to be the speculation of how calculated was this?
Yeah.
How planned was this? How much of a say did she have? Because she is such a mastermind.
The world may never know.
The world may never know. But you know what? Regardless, it's official. Our girl's engaged.
I love that for
like
her,
a friend.
though. Yeah, our girl's engaged. We'll be there. You got to include invites for us.
I know. We'll
Come
be
on.
standing by.
We cover you so much. You got to
Right,
invite
come on.
us.
And there you have it. Taylor Swift, at age 35, is officially engaged to football
Big
player.
congrats to her. You know
Travis
what?
Kelce.
I love that for her.
We're happy for her. It
I
really
love
is like our
love.
friend. I love
I'm
love.
usually a glass half empty, but you know what? I'm going to change my tune for this one day.
Look at this. Look at you.
It's called growth,
Well-rounded.
people. Take a look.
All right, there you have it. You can actually listen right now to this week's episode over on 14news.com or really wherever you get your podcast. What's cool about this show and also Inside Look with Jeff Lyons is we have our podcast, which you think of podcast, you're listening.
Yes.
But we also have the outlet. So what you guys can do is also watch this kind of like a little mini show like you're doing here with us today on the website and on YouTube. And then you can go to like Spotify or Apple and you can just listen in your car. So I prefer to listen to it in my car because it just feels so cool. It's like,
Yeah,
wow, I'm a
it's neat.
podcaster
There you are.
now. So
Yeah.
hey, here we are. Well, I tell you what, that's all I got for you guys today on our end. Those are the stories we
Yeah.
pulled for you. Thanks for your patience.
Of
We
course,
finally
of
got the
course.
video in there. Somebody sabotaged me. I blame Byron.
Absolutely. Well, right now here it is 8:43 on your Friday. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy that nice weather leading up to the weekend here and the holiday weekend. And we'll see you guys back here bright and early.
Yeah, that's right. No vacations next week for either of
Nope,
us.
we'll
So
be here.
we will see you Monday morning. See you guys.
Take care.